Good afternoon.
What was your reaction? You saw James come off the bench area and started warming up. Kind of what was going through your head?
First and foremost is his health. You worry about him, and you just want to make sure he's good. And then from there, it's football. It takes a little bit to kind of get your feet going and all that. But yeah, you just think about the player first, and then from there, you just go out there and try to execute.
Did you talk to him at all and just find out how he's doing and what's going on?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, it's going to take some time, whatever it is. We have no idea. But I think he was in good spirits. And for the most part, you just check on him, how he's doing, and, we'll take it day to day.
And then for you, what, like you said, it takes a minute to get maybe some of that rust off. What really helps settle you down?
The guys. We have an unbelievable group of players that we talk about all the time. We have a brotherhood here, and it's very unique, something that is very different from other teams that I've been on. And just that kind of belief in each other really settled me down. And from there, just went out there and played.
The offense, without Jaden, you stepped in. It seemed to just keep going well. How did you kind of feel about the game plan today, and what ultimately was this working for you guys?
Cliff and the crew did an unbelievable job. They put us in really good spots to go out there and make plays and execute. Guys did a great job of getting open and finding ways to get yards. You always feel that you leave a little out there, but I thought our guys did a great job kind of all day of executing.
Comforting with all the prep that you guys have done with Cliff to be able to come in there and take the reins really without flinching.
Yeah, and it's really the entire staff. Tavita, Coach Blau. It's funny I call him Coach Blau, but he's younger than me. But it's like I said, it's an unbelievable group of guys that day in and day out, we're always just trying to find ways to get better. And when you have that type of atmosphere, you feel very confident when you go into a game, and that was no different for me.
Marcus, you hadn't gotten a chance to really come in and take over a game in some time. How good did it feel to just shred a defense?
It was fun to play and that's one of those things. You grow up playing the game because it's fun, and it's kind of been like this for me. So just to go out there and play and to have fun was just refreshing for me. And like I said, we have an unbelievable group of guys that just make it fun, and I think that's really for me kind of the biggest difference.
I was just about to ask you, you just said that this was different if you can take the winning part out of it. What exactly is different about this group?
Man, it comes down to guys just enjoy being around each other. Guys hang out in the locker room. Guys are enjoying going to work. It's a tough sport we play. There's a lot of pressures day in and day out. But I think we have such a good core group of guys that understand that. And when you step in the building, man, it's enjoyable. It's fun. And when you have that type of atmosphere, everyone is just kind of going in the same direction. It's really cool to be a part of.
Marcus, thinking about that, you're 5-2 on top of the division. Like, what's possible for this team?
Tomorrow. And I think that's the beauty of it. Coach Quinn talks about it all the time. We're just trying to get better every single day. And that's all we can control. If we just focus on that and we just keep stacking these days, when we pick our heads up in January, I think we'll like where we're at.
Marcus, when you're the second quarterback to come in, you had a couple design runs where you took some decent shots. And are you cognizant of like what kind of hits you can and can't take, or can you not think that way? Meaning, if you leave the game, now you're on to QB3.
I think for us, it's just got to go play. I think what's most important is just getting settled in and playing. And for me, it's playing that way. I've been in a variety of different offenses, but this one's been really fun for me because I get to do that and I get to be a part of the game. When you're sitting under center and you're handing the ball off, you kind of feel a little distant from it. So for me specifically, to be able to get some of these design runs, you feel like you're part of the game and you can kind of get into a flow. So you don't think about those types of things. Again, we're very confident in our quarterback group. And Jeff, if need be, would have been called on, he would have been just fine as well. So that's the beauty of what we've built here, and day in and day out, it's fun to be a part of.
What, if anything, changed about the game plan when you went in?
Nothing too specific. Really, when it comes down to it, it's just trying to execute what the game plan was, and nothing for us really changed. And what's very interesting for me is kind of day to day during the week. We as a quarterback group are talking about situations and scenarios all the time. So regardless if it's me, if it's Jay, if it's Jeff, or even Sam, like, we all kind of have an idea of what this is supposed to look like. So when we can just step in, we understand what the plan is, and we can just go play.
Can you share anything specific that Cliff or Tavita or Blau said to you or helped you to prepare this week?
Yeah, it really comes down to just kind of day-to-day stuff. Specifically for me, we talked about some of the empty formations for us, and we felt like we could kind of attack them. It kind of happened that way a little bit, especially kind of when we got into 2-minute. But it's like little things like that, and it's going to be different week to week. Cliff and those guys do a great job of, hey, where can we attack these teams? Where can we create matchup problems? And for us this week, it was one of those things. And guys made plays, and especially right before half, to put together a drive that we did, I think kind of just created energy and got us going.
As you kind of – go ahead. It might be hard in the moment, but as you look back to kind of the start of training camp when you were getting a lot of reps with the first team, or you and Jaden were splitting reps, do you think that kind of helps you as you're kind of making the transition here and coming in for Jaden in terms of being on the same page with everybody? Yeah, for sure. Reps are kind of the mother of learning, I feel like, especially for me. So to be able to get those were very valuable, and I think that's probably why the transition seems so seamless today.
Just with at least a little bit of uncertainty with Jaden, does that change anything for you tonight, tomorrow, as you get into the week?
Not at all. I just focus on what can we clean up from this game, what can I do to be better, and just approach the week just as we have, and go back in there on Monday and do what we got to do to get ready to go. Appreciate it, Marcus. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.